What's up, folks? Maximilian here, and welcome back to more Call of Duty Black Ops 2 breakdowns, where we take some of the latest information revealed from Black Ops 2 and the multiplayer and dissect it a little bit and figure out how it's going to affect the game when it comes out in, I think it's just under 50 days right now, if not even less. So, there was this big event that recently happened. The NDAs were lifted and everyone could finally figure out what the heck is going on in Black Ops 2 multiplayer, and it got me ridiculously excited. So we're just going to cover a few of the highlighted points, some of the more really important things that I think we can actually have a discussion about and how it's going to affect the game. So let's get right into it. A lot of this information came from actual Call of Duty players, a lot of well-known YouTubers, and a lot of guys that had the chance to play the game over the past couple of weeks. So let's get right into it. One thing that they've gone into a lot of information about is the fact that score streaks and objective mode games, and how, like in previous games, if you just ran around killing guys in game modes like Domination, you could still do fairly well and be the slayer of sorts. However, in this one, it seems like it's going to be a lot more difficult to be that type of persona in this game. It's going to take a lot more effort, and you're going to have a much more difficult time if you don't focus on objectives in objective style of game modes. This is actually pretty damn cool. All things considered, they tried to do this in Modern Warfare 3. They tried to give people motivation for capping flags, for working on the objective by rewarding them in certain ways, but it looks like they're taking it to the nth degree, and they're actually doing things along the lines of giving you 50 points, or something along those lines, 50 points for a flag that is neutral, like in Domination, but 150 if you recover an enemy flag. So I think that stuff is really good, and it really emphasizes proactive play as far as getting you around the map, making you move around, and you'll get rewarded a lot quicker for it. Moving on a little bit, talking about sniping, a lot we're comparing it to Call of Duty 4. Now, sniping in Call of Duty 4 was pretty crazy. ACOG M4 snipers were some of the craziest stuff in that game. But they are saying that it's not going to be as easy in Black Ops 2 because iron sights are a little rough. You guys might remember iron sights from World at War, and how a lot of people really enjoyed World at War sniping because you didn't have to deal with a scope. You can actually literally remove it. But now they're saying that it's a little bit harder than World at War even, so sniping is still going to take quite a bit of skill, especially if you plan on using iron sights on your sniper rifle. Now, moving on to something that I really wanted to show you guys, I'll try to put the image on the screen right now, but the prestige icons have been revealed for Black Ops 2. Now, this is like kind of like a fluff thing. It's not really something that, you know, changes the game or anything along those lines. However, it was a huge personal gripe of mine that in Modern Warfare 3, the prestige icons just weren't good. If you looked at the design of them, they were actually repeated in design, and the same, like, actual shape between many of the prestige icons were used for later prestige icons, and it was just the same thing over and over with a different color or a little bit of a more added design, which kind of irked me because it's one of those things that you really enjoy, that I really liked about Black Ops, that I really liked about the original Modern Warfare. They had these really cool ideas that they had for the prestige icons, and it seemed that Modern Warfare 3 just, you know, kind of threw it under the door and just had something to be there and nothing that special. But Black Ops 2 looks really damn cool with these icons, as you can probably see. I think the last one is like a half-flaming skull or something like that with like a zombie face. I'm not too sure. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's just one of those things that makes me happy that they're actually paying attention to the little details in Black Ops 2. Moving on, we're talking about sound and how footsteps are a little louder than they were in Black Ops, the original. And what's interesting about this is that the sound design in the original Black Ops is not great. The Modern Warfare games have notoriously had better sound design amongst the Infinity Ward titles than the Treyarch titles. You can notice this by when you run around in Black Ops 1 or World at War even, your footsteps, your personal footsteps from your character make a ton of noise, like just a ridiculous amount of noise that drowns out everything around you, especially if you use a headset. Now, in this game, I'm hoping they actually just decrease the volume of your personal footsteps, increase the volume of area footsteps, essentially enemy players and local players, stuff like that, because it's a little jarring. I almost had to run Ninja all the time in the original Black Ops because I felt that I was just making so much noise I couldn't hear anything. So that's technically sound whoring. That's using, you know, your 5.1 surround set speaker or headset to your advantage. Nonetheless, it's a huge competitive thing, and it's something that is definitely going to be available and worked on in Black Ops 2. And here's something crazy that I thought they would never actually address. Supposedly, when you are in Black Ops 2, you can actually rejoin the previous lobby that you were in. Now this is a little crazy because there's a lot of things in the original Black Ops that that worked really well to its advantage as far as like matchmaking players and getting you with people like your friends together. But when it came down to rooms repopulating, like the round ends, you just had a totally badass game where you just had like an over 10 kill death ratio. You just romped the heck out of the other team, and you want to continue this. You want to stay in this lobby because you're doing good. Regardless of player's skill, that option was never there, and if those people bailed out of that lobby, very infrequently would the lobby actually repopulate. This is also a big personal issue as far as your NAT type and your own personal internet connection, but it's one of those things that just kind of irked me all the time, where it's like, I had a great game, everybody leaves, game over, no one else repopulates. They're saying that there's this option to rejoin last lobby. And it's really welcome because for a lot of guys like me, where it's like, yeah, I just had a good game and nobody else wants to play, you can actually recoup and go back in and actually, you know, enjoy the same lobby with your friends or whatnot all over again. Moving on a little bit more, this is actually a confirmed piece of data that I suspected to be true, and I kind of hoped it wasn't, but I'm a little disappointed by it, but at the same time I understand where they're going with it in Black Ops 2. There is actually no nuke, no Moab, or any hidden kill streak of any kind in Black Ops 2 for like a gigantic explosion type of nuclear weapon. What they're going to be doing is rewarding people with medals, rewarding people with specific challenges for getting higher kills, and you'll actually have something maybe to show for it, which is good. I like the fact that there's something in the game that is rewarding you for an extremely high ranking or like high prestige type of achievement. Because that's the thing with nukes and the things with Moabs that I liked about them, is that you got so excited when you got to them. Like getting a nuke early in Modern Warfare 3 before you discovered how easy it was to get them, or a Moab in Modern Warfare 2, or a Moab in Modern Warfare 3 is one of those things where it's like, it's so hype, it's so ridiculously exciting, and it can be ridiculously frustrating if you're that much closer to it and you lose it. It's just one of those little elements I really liked about the Infinity Ward Call of Duties, but looks like that will definitely not be showing up in Black Ops 2, and it might be something we'll have to wait for a later Modern Warfare game, because let's be honest, there will be more Modern Warfare Infinity Ward games. Nonetheless, I think this information is actually pretty good. From the stuff that I've been hearing so far, there's a lot of stuff where it seems like too good to be true. And that's where we got to kind of sit back and take all this stuff with a grain of salt, because player impressions and stuff like that is very good. They're confirming information that we want. However, I felt the exact same way about Modern Warfare 3, and I felt the exact same way about Black Ops. When those games first came out, they had extreme issues with hit detection, with lag issues, with overall connection quality between players, and online just was not fun for the first month of those games. It was extremely frustrating because most people were like seconds ahead of you, and lag compensation was mostly working and not in your favor if you had a good internet connection. So I'm going to sit back, I'm going to take this information, we're still going to cover some stuff, especially in the next video for Call of Duty, but until then I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. If you want to check out more Black Ops 2 coverage, more Call of Duty in general gameplay, this one was from Modern Warfare 3. If you guys want to see something from Black Ops, go ahead and let me know. I only chose this one because this was a fairly good game from a newer map in Modern Warfare 3. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, a thumbs up would be much appreciated. My name is Maximilian, signing out.